everyone, and welcome to the Taurus new moon video, which is happening on the 11th and 12th of May, depending where you are in the world. And as I was preparing the cards, I heard humble new beginning. So I guess the cards will tell us a bit more about that. But from what I'm feeling, I really do feel like it's really an end of an old way of being. So there's a lot of expansion energy coming in, and also Jupiter will be going into Pisces, and that will be playing a part of it. But I'm hearing it's a death to the world as we've known it, like our old story, the way we perceive our life, the way we have perceived our life. It's to do with a lot of past life, but in relation to this life, your past in this life, which was playing out as other themes in your other past lives. So yeah, it's a very interesting energy. A bit convoluted, but don't think about it too much. Don't feel into it too much, because the trick to get through this energy, well, not to get through, but to kind of flow with this energy, is to not think about things too hard. So that's kind of like lightly holding things that you want to manifest, instead of like holding on too tightly to the outcome. So, you know, if you're just thinking, oh, it'd be really nice if I had, finish, you know, the sentence there and fill it in, fill the blank in. So it'd be really nice if I had that beautiful new car, and lightly holding on to it, but then letting it go. But oh, next thing, it'd be really nice if I had some more new house plants. You know, and then next minute you'll find you'll get the money for it. It's just really holding things lightly and gently. And Taurus season's all about luxury and beautiful things, and sometimes can be overindulging, so just be careful not to do that too much, but also enjoy your life. If you've been very strict with yourself, try to enjoy your life a bit more. If you're not drawn to beautiful things, then, you know, this message isn't for you right now. But it generally is about that energy. And I feel like it's a lot to do, it's linked to your achievements in this world. So when we can enjoy life and life's pleasures and luxuries and feeling good and enjoying textures and deliciousness of food, it links to our manifestation. It really elevates our vibration. So that's a nice little starter message. So where should we start? Oh, also, if you haven't, most of you know I'm on TikTok, but if you actually use TikTok or haven't, there's a filter called Reality Ripple. Now, people were saying on TikTok that you would like scan, you know, items and candles and yourself. So like if I was to put it on now, it would glow like almost like aura colors on my hand. It would recognize me as, you know, a living or energetic being. And people were like putting it on people at the airport, and it wasn't picking up, but then it would pick up on a certain person. So they were saying that it picks up on ghost energy. So in one of my rooms, is quite active. You know, not that I think it's anything bad, but there's a lot of energy in my house, obviously. And I went to the hotspot. I tried everything, even a flower that you can see in the background in my mirror when I'm on camera. That actually reality rippled and changed colors. So that was interesting. No other items in my lounge room or dining room or kitchen, just that big flower. And it's a fake one. And so anyway, I went to the hotspot in one of my rooms, and it just like glitched like crazy, and I just crapped myself and I ran out of there. So it's not for the faint-hearted. I just did it, and I put more incense right in that spot, because it's funny, as I'm like cleansing the rooms, I get guided to where the energy is and to cleanse the room, which is a great way to do it. But yeah, it was literally that spot. It's like there's some sort of portal there, so which makes sense. And I already knew it anyway, but you know, I don't like seeing things that makes me crap myself. Anyway, so give it a go. Let me know. Oh, wow. Okay, so this new moon in Taurus, sensing. I just really feel like this is a lot to do with what you've wanted for ages. If you can hold it lightly, it's going to come to you. It's going to flow to you. And I feel like you already know this. Okay, there's a block. So energetic block of, but I never get what I want. It's like, and it's hard. Like, I know I get it because we base everything on our experiences in the past. You know, it's all very fine and well to say, oh, but, you know, your thoughts create your future reality. But it's hard because all you're going on is stuff in the past, right? It's very, very hard to trust and shift that, which is why the spiritual guidance before was to enjoy the pleasures in life, because that increases your vibration and it detaches you from outcomes and stuff like that. So that's the advice for that. As simple as it sounds, the thing is we don't do that. We don't do that enough to prove that wrong, right? Why wouldn't you want to do things that are fun and bring you joy and bring you excitement, or even accessing that feeling through really nice movies? We don't do that enough. That's why we don't see our manifestations coming into view, because we don't do that enough. Point blank, period. So that's literally one of the hacks to manifestation. Because when you're happy and doing what your soul wants you to do, and if you feel like writing in each and every moment and you're writing, and you feel like dancing like an idiot, and next, do that. Feel like I'm going to have a bit of karaoke, sing along, and then I'm going to have a couple of drinks and do that. You know, follow those soul calls, and it will bring your manifestations to you quicker. Be happy as much as you can. And I know it sounds easy to say, but it's just literally choosing a new thought. Even if you're stuck at work and you're like, well, whatever, I'm here for whatever, how many hours are left in the day. But as soon as I get the hell out of here, I'm making that call and I'm going to go do that thing. Or I'm going to go try something new. I'm going to watch that movie when I get home. I'm going to do that yoga because it makes me feel better. Release my stress and my tension. I'm going to go get that healthy burrito. Do you know what I mean? It's a choice away, and I know it's hard when you're bogged down in the day-to-day, but the more you're like, well, stuff it. I don't care. Yeah, it's my present moment now, but as soon as I get to this time, I'm doing this. It's a lot of reframing. It's really going to help you. So try that. Let me know how you go. Mercury retrograde is coming up very soon. I haven't checked it out yet. I keep kind of putting it off because I'm still dealing with the energy from that Scorpio full moon. Yeah, so you guys might be too. It's been very transformative. It's brought a lot of things that were hidden to light. A lot of stagnant situations, even if it feels like hasn't been the best outcome, it is for the best because the situation needed to breathe into. I feel like it was just like a literal block. You know, I'm seeing like a, what do you call it? Like a vein, and there was blood can't flow through because there was blocks kind of thing. That's kind of energetically, that's what I'm feeling. And things that were hidden within ourselves and subconscious and to do with other people, it was flushed out, which it needed to be. Like the gunk was flushed out of your energetic body. And when you're holding on to stuff for so long, it's hard going. It's like, no, I have to deal with this finally. And the thing is, it wasn't what you thought it was going to be. And that could be a good or bad thing, but there's a lot of stories tied into how things play out. You know, like one person might see something. Okay, so here's an example, day-to-day one. I had a nail in my tire. And I buy Bridgestone tires because I believe them to be the best ones. And I had another near-death experience one time, nearly went flying over a ledge. Anyway, it's because I had crappy tires in my car. So now I buy the best of the best. And because I got the best of the best, I didn't realize when I had the nail in the tire, and I took it back to Bridgestone and they fixed it. They took the nail out and fixed the tire for free because I had Bridgestones. Now that was like such a relief. So on my local Facebook page, I shared that with people because I didn't think they would know that. And I was just like, thank you so much to the people at Bridgestone. It's good to know they have good old fashioned customer service. And, you know, they fixed my tire for free, and just wanted to say thanks, and also to let everyone else know, you know, that that's to deal with them. And one guy commented, everyone was like, oh, that's fantastic, I didn't know that, blah, blah, blah. And then another guy commented, it's like, I hate to break it to you, but actually, you know, if anyone, it doesn't matter if you bought your tires last year, because I mentioned that I bought it last year. I was just chucking that in there for perspective. But anyway, he managed to turn it into something negative, so I had to break it to you, but actually they would do that no matter how old the tires were. But it's like, that's fantastic, thanks for sharing. Like, how was that a negative? He tried to turn it into a negative. His perspective is negative, whereas other people were like, wow, that's fantastic, you know, like. And that's kind of what I'm getting with the whole Scorpio full moon aftermath. It's just things kind of seemed bad, and they probably were at the time, but it's what's dragging this energy and the patterns through our life is our perspective of it, the way we reflect on it, the way we keep rehashing it, the way we're like, that's not fair, and how dare they treat me like that. And it seemed it didn't matter how much reflection you did or how much you tried to change your thoughts around that. It just wasn't happening. So it's literally got flushed from your system. So now it's, yeah, that's the whole, here we go, the humble new beginning. Because it's a reinvention of you, and you're going to find the stories that you told yourself around certain situations aren't really the way you thought. Like, everyone's going through their own crap. Everyone's struggling, you know, but we're the center of our lives, and therefore we make everything about ourselves. And that's the harsh truth, I guess. You know, I've had to live with it too. And it's not fun, but the thing is that makes us more accepting if we can think, okay, it's not just all about me. It is, because it's our lives, but it's not just all about us and how we feel and how we want someone to react, and why don't people see our worth. And it isn't always simple as seeing your own worth. It's a part of it, but it's not all of it. You can still see your own worth, but then you could still be in a situation that you've chosen to stay in because it's easier than getting up and moving, right? So there's a lot of support and empowerment energy. So these are the keywords for the Taurus new moon. We've got awareness, which I think we've covered. Delight, that's accessing our joy through our choices each and every day, no matter what is going on. Discernment, discerning our own feelings and how we played a part in past situations. And this isn't a blame game. It's just when we become aware of the choices that we made with certain things. Not everything is in our control, but I feel like we're really, the blindfold's coming off. We're really seeing things for how they actually are, as opposed to perceiving them through our traumas. Partnership, there's people that want to help, and there might be people that you want to partner with. And just staying around people you trust, and staying around people that really value you, which I feel like a lot of you are already doing that. But there's a lot of collaboration energy. And appreciating everyone's own perspectives and point of view. We don't always have to agree, do we? Do we? We don't always have to agree. I mean, no one can ever tell you what your worth is. You know that. But with other day-to-day things, we don't always have to agree. If someone's like a good person, deep down, we can accept them for who they are. If they don't resonate with us to hang around every day, then that's fine, because you want to be around people that are aligned to you in your soul essence. But if it's just day-to-day stuff, does it really matter too much if they don't agree with you on certain things? We need to validate. I think we really need to be more compassionate with people, their differences, and seeing where we've been disjointed from that. this is going to be real key. So we've got the courage here. Courage card here, you are safe. Fear is an illusion. Set strong boundaries. And I feel like that's something that we need to do, I know, for ourselves. But more for ourselves than other people. You know, usually when we say we set boundaries, we're setting boundaries with other people. Like, no, you can't do this to me. You can't say this to me. You can't treat me this way. But I'm getting more, we need to do that to ourselves, because we blame essentially other people for how they treat us, but we don't. I'm not talking about beating ourselves up, but we don't look at ourselves and go, oh, I should stop saying things like that, or thinking that to myself in the mirror, like, ugh, I'm disgusting. You wouldn't want that from someone else, so why are you saying that to yourself? Or, oh, I can't do that. You know, you wouldn't say it to someone else. You'd want to empower them. So it's really like catching those thoughts. And it's going to really release some stagnating energy that's been there for so long. That's going to really help you shift into new dimensions and new timelines. And this color is kind of blue, so it's like throat chakra. So I feel like there's throat chakra hearing. Oh my God, we've got spirit of initiation here, ancestor of memory. This is exactly what I was talking about. How we're just linking everything now in the present into our past. And that's been cut off. That doesn't exist. This is a very healing new moon. And it's like, and we've got the spirit of love here. It's like, it's like love. You treat yourself good because you love yourself. You'll treat yourself better because you love yourself. You know, you'll eat delicious food, you know, being creative with food, or just purchasing maybe a bit more expensive food because it's good for your body and you enjoy it, rather than I feel like there's been restrictions. And when we restrict ourselves too much, like I know it's so hard, I can't rattle off every situation in the world, is it? But I think some of us have been restricting ourselves and holding back in not a good way. I don't think any of you guys are like potentially eating bad food or anything like that. But it's just having that, like, I don't know, what's the word? It's just like really loving your life more. It's just going out there and experiencing more, experiencing joy and fulfillment and whatever brings you happiness and joy. What brings you happiness and joy? And it's really moving us into the next stage of our lives. Determination. And we've got the skull of flowers, creating through the ashes. And that's what I feel like. I feel like we've self-destructed, and things have been torn away from our lives. We've experienced tower moments. Things have been, you know, previously bad. Things don't work out the way we want them to. But from that death and destruction will become something beautiful will be coming. And just like when a forest fire happens, you know, everything appears dead, but the seas below the surface rejuvenate. The forest regrows itself again. It heals. And that's what's happening now. So we need to take time, especially for ourselves, to find peace. Number one, and then joy as much as possible. It's not so much of the work, which I think we've been perhaps doing for too long. We're going to manifest a lot easier by being this gentle, flowy energy. Perseverance leads to fortune. It's a slow journey. It feels arduous at times. Sometimes you feel like I'm not ever getting anywhere, but you are. There's been so many aspects to it, and I know it's frustrating when you don't see that in the 3D. It's like I keep trying to do so much and nothing's really happening, but there is always things happening below the surface. There's always like lessons where you didn't realize you needed to learn until you learned them. And that's why we're here. Remember, that's what we're here for. We're here for the soul growth. We're not here for the super high highs and the super low lows. It's irrelevant really, because we're here for the growth. But now I'm starting to see things will blossom, and we'll actually start to see, oh wow, look, we've got trust and grace. And blue again. So, and that was blue too. This is Spirit's advice. Hold the energy of grace and trust. And it's easier to trust when you feel happy, when you're choosing the things that are right for you, when you're choosing life instead of restriction. And that's what we need to do now, because what is happening around us? Restrictions. We're told what to do. And light workers don't like that. We don't. We didn't come here for other people to tell us what to do. So that's why it's so important that we do what we love. Okay, we'll put the animals card here. And guides and angels. Just remember that. And this is like for both of them. I just feel like animals are guiding you. If you have pets, your animals guide you, even fish. Have a look at them in their eyes and connect to the animals. Tune into their frequency. They're going to help you. And you've got your angels and your guides here as well. How pretty flowers, that cherry blossom. Things are blossoming. Your guides and your angels, let go of any resistance. Be the beautiful light being you. And be open to the energies of your heart. Anytime today, sit for a few moments in meditation and feel the activation of love. Feel it as waves of pulsating and liquid light, embracing you with universal love, wisdom and strength. Cleansing and clearing. You float higher and higher and you see yourself from a higher perspective. Imagine this is who your higher self, angels, guides, light beings and loved ones see. The essence of you, and for this moment, see yourself through their eyes. Feel your mind and body let go of anything that may be holding you back from being the wonderment of you. Breathe this into your body. Feel yourself being fully grounded of this world with a new perspective. Boom. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. Enjoy the new moon and let me know how you go. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye.